Welcome everyone to this first of 5 webinars on the circular economy. Each Tuesday from 5:30 p.m. UK time, we will have a different speaker presenting their work. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to Dr. David Bozward of the Royal Agricultural University for inspiring this webinar series. And secondly, thank you and welcome to our first speaker today, Dr. Marcos Ferasso, for launching our series with his talk today about future avenues of research on the circular economy. By way of introduction, Dr. Ferasso is Bachelor, Specialist, M.Sc, and Ph.D. in Management. He has concluded 2 postdoctoral research trainings in Brazil and in France. Currently, he is assistant professor at Universidade Autónoma de Lisboa in Portugal and associate researcher at Universidad de Lima in Peru. His current research, teaching, and extension topics deal with general management, innovation management, local and regional development, knowledge management, industrial clusters, innovation ecosystems, innovation strategy, entrepreneurship, strategy and SMEs, research methods in management, the luxury market, healthcare networked organizations, the circular economy, and sustainability. The structure of today's webinar will look like this. Dr. Ferasso will present for around 20 minutes, and after his talk, the floor will be opened up to our attendees for around 30 minutes of questions and answers. The presentation is recorded so that others are able to view it, but the Q&A will not be recorded. Dr. Ferasso, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your interest in being here for listening this lecture. Thank you for the invitation from Simeon. I'm honored to be here to present some research we are conducting right now. The presentation is divided into 4 major sections. The first one is related to the paper we have published in the Business Strategy in the Environment Journal that is related to the circular economy business models. And then I will go to present 3 ongoing projects. One is related to the circular economy in small and medium-sized companies with colleagues from Brazil. The second is about the industrial symbiosis of small business and also at the local circular economy system. And the third is public strategies for supporting circular economy with some colleagues from France. So let's go there. The first one is related to the circular economy business models. Is a paper that was published already in the Business Strategy and the Environment. You can find it in an open access mode, so you can read the full paper if you will. So the major points about this paper is that we are dealing with the 4 R's of the circular economy in the perspective of closing the material loops. So we have also focused in the holistic adaptations of business models of companies in order to accomplish to the circular economy. Then, of course, one of the main issues regarding the business models are the value proposition, value creation, and value capture. So we are dealing in a way how the companies could address these essentials of the business models related to the circular economy. So we addressed 2 different research questions. What is the current state of the art in the literature regarding circular economy and business models? And also where is the field going? That means in order to identify some future avenues of research. So of course, the basic bibliometric analysis reported a growing interest in the academia regarding the published already papers that are available in Scopus and Web of Science and Science Direct. And we identified also the main countries that are the most productive countries, I mean. And the UK is the leading one, and followed by Sweden and then by Italy. So these are the main countries that are publishing the most on these two topics. And also we have identified the main journals as the classic bibliometric analysis, and also identified the top 10 more cited articles in the field. But after that, we were very intrigued about how the field is structured, sorry, about the terms, the research terms. So we performed a Voice Viewer network analysis, and we identified 11 groups or 11 clusters of themes. And then we started exploring the research papers we got from the databases, and then we started looking in a more deeper way in this these papers, in this previous research. Then we identified some subclusters that they are related, of course, and as expected, to the business model, circular economy, and also circular business models. But also we have identified some interesting things like value that is related to the business model, value proposition. We have also the supply chain that is also related specifically to the circular economy, or that means the closing the loops in the supply chain. And also the transition from one model or linear model to the circular model of the business in this case. We have also identified some very common words in this research that is related to the resource, the waste and reuse, that is related to the R's of circular economy then. So we explored in some thematic axis, I mean product, technology, industry, strategy, and sustainability, and the main topics addressed by the key authors. Then in this paper, we have identified that we have several advancements in these 5 areas of study, and then we also identified some unexplored gaps in some in these 5 axes, as I said. So we have some issues to be explored regarding to product, for example, how the business model can design for the risk reduction in the product service offerings related to the retained ownership, and also how the firms can engage in extending, the product value business model, and so on. In the technology way, we have identified some future avenues for disruptive technologies related to the circular business models. We have also identified that more research can be done in or relating the manufacturing technologies in Industry 4, and also the sustainability or sustainable production, and also how the companies can combine smart manufacturing with circular business models. In the industry, we identified some similarities, or the need for identifying similarities and difference between the circular business models in different industries, in which way they can differ. For example, the way established and traditional business models can be transformed, that is the transition to the circular business model, in which way it could be managed or implemented. In this strategy, we have identified also how circular strategies can shape the business models in the circular economy perspective, and also the conditions that can foster or impede the fast implementation of circular strategies in the companies in this way. And also in the sustainability, we have some conceptual and empirical advancements that are needed in order to quantitatively assess the sustainability performance of circular practices, because it's lacking still today, this kind of measurement. And also we have the one need to to see the transition towards circularity that could make businesses and the supply chains more sustainable. So we are, that means all these avenues of future research, they are addressing some advancements in order not to be more related to the theoretical things, but dealing with a broader way of understanding the future avenues. So we also have prepared some future avenues for the management and strategy. For example, how to boost the models, the business models in the circular economy paradigm. And also we have identified how these models can create value. It's not new already, so we need to advance in such way. We have some examinations that are needed in order to how did the processes at the organizational change need to be encouraged in the circular economy perspective, and also new capabilities that the companies need to build aiming the circular business models. And also for the supply chain, we have addressed both the supply side and also the demand side ways. That means we are going to deal with new ways of providing new raw material, sorry, and like eco design, the eco innovations from one supplier to the company, and also for the company to the customers. We have also to understand better the user behaviors that can vary and influence the circular business models, and also the role of digital technologies in supporting these experiences from the servitization of the business models towards sustainability or circular economy. We have many suggestions. I am not going to explore everyone because it's we have many of them, and I encourage you to read the full paper that is freely available. We also have a perspective of understanding the role of networks in the circular economy perspective and in the businesses, and also the performance related to how the companies are improving or taking the profits in the way of their performances as individual or even in the supply chain also. And also we have the context that is really important. That means the supportive actors that can foster the sustainability of different actors. So now I'm going to present some results from this project we are running with Professor Ubiratan and also Gabriel from Pontifical University of Brazil and of Paraná in Brazil. We are dealing with circular economy in small businesses that is related to an exploration, because we identified that we need to better understand the context or the implementation of circular economy by these SMEs. And SMEs, they are important in any economy. So this is because we were really focusing in understanding how is characterized the knowledge structure of the literature related to these both things. So we conducted an initial exploratory network analysis in Scopus database, and we have used the site space, and then we identified 4 well-defined clusters of references. They are related to specific themes. Here we identified the 5 clusters that were formed by the site space. And we can see that, for example, in the first, we have more related to the circular economy. And the cluster number 1, 2, and 3, they are more related to circular economy and also the small businesses, where we have the 4th cluster here that is more related to the small businesses. So we can see that even though the first layer is more developed because it's related to circular economy in general, we have further investigations needed in order to better identify the relations between the circular economy and also the small companies. This paper is freely available in my ResearchGate profile. You can find it. I'm not going to explore every cluster because I have more things to explore and also to show you. And for the moment, I'm showing now the time zone view of this literature. We can see the emergence that goes from 2010 to 2015, and also the growing interest in the circular economy that is from 2015 up to now. So the circular economy and small businesses, they were more explored from the last 6 years. So this is really interesting because we have then the nascent and also the emergent states. So here I'm going to present the second project that is related to the local circular economy system in the pharmaceutical companies. This project is led by me, and I have the assistance of Stephen Ginter and also Mohammed Khan. We are still dealing and exploring the 3 layers of the circular economy that is going from the macro to the meso to the micro levels. And also we are dealing with the industrial symbiosis in the context of pharmaceutical companies that are one of the industries that are considered one of the most pollutant, even more than the vehicle industries. And also we are addressing the 9R framework based for the circular economy from Ang and et al. So we are going to be deeper in understanding these relations in the context of case studies. And the last project is the public strategy towards circular economy that is related to the entrepreneurial ecosystem. And this project is led by Ali Nadia from Aix-Marseille University and myself. So we were interested in identifying what kind of efforts the French government is putting into actions for the regions in order to foster the circular economy at regions level. So this project has as a research question, how do regions translate the government policies to develop entrepreneurial ecosystem towards circular economy paradigm? We have used the reports from the regions, and we have analyzed it via Iramutech. And some of the first results, the very first results, because we finished the first analysis this last Friday, and we identified strong relations with the renewable energies sources, I mean, in the policies of this country. We are now exploring in a deeper way, and that's I have prepared for showing today in a 20 minutes. So I hope that I didn't pass the time, and I hope that I covered all these topics. As you can see, we have many things to do in the circular economy field of study, and especially related to the small businesses, and also how to support the governmental bodies in order to support the emergence and how to sustain the circular economy at regional and local levels. Thank you for your attention. I am available to any other question if you may have. Thank you, Simeon.